Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv. I got my second music to smoke to guest in the building. I got my man Lil Zane. Zane, what's good with you, man?
What's poppin', man? What's good?
Bro, you know what's crazy? I was just telling Rain, I was trying to get you on the first season of Cash Color Cannabis.
Word?
Yeah, because you had a weed song at the moment, man. I remember going through Instagram. I'm like, nah, the fuck Zane ain't got no weed.
All my songs really about weed.
Bro,
man.
you had one song that was so fucking in my mind. I was trying to get you on there, and I couldn't find no way to do it. So I was like, you know, it's so crazy it just happened today. So I was like, yeah, this was supposed to happen probably first season Cash Color Cannabis.
Yeah, you know what? Things happen when they're supposed to happen.
Basically.
It's smokers time. Smokers time, man. I be on smokers time, man.
That's what's up, Zane. For those who don't know for some odd reason, let us know who you are and what you do.
Yo, I go by the name Lil Zane, you know what I'm saying? Rapper / actor / writer / producer / CEO / father / big brother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
/ firstborn.
/ hitmaker,
stuff,
man.
Hitmaker,
definitely, man.
You know, just cool guy, man.
Yeah.
Hustler, man. Hustler.
Yeah,
Humble guy.
You've been carving your name out for a while in the music game, man, and you've cracked through with some real bangers for us, man.
Sure.
Tell us what got you into music in the first place. Like, what led you down that path?
What got me into music, man, I gotta say just you know, coming up in Atlanta, man, just having all these artists coming out of Atlanta like TLC and, you know, just artists like that, TLC, ABC, Criss Cross.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to listen to a lot of Naughty by Nature and Tupac and, you know what I'm saying, Biggie, like, so that made me want to rap.
Word.
Yeah.
Were there any coming up that time? You was a transplant from New York coming to Atlanta, correct?
Yeah.
So you was part of that, yeah. So you had a chance to see Atlanta when it was about to be Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like right around that moment. How much did that inspire you as far as getting involved in the music? Because again, you were probably seeing people who went to either high school with me, people I saw on the bus. Next thing you know, they on BET.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Atlanta just kind of blew up out of nowhere, man. It's like I came out here when I was like 5, and then by the time I was 10, 11 years old, I was like full-blown into the music, doing talent shows, showcases around Atlanta. They still do that every night in Atlanta right now.
Yeah.
Atlanta's always been the mecca and the home where you can come from out of town, and then somebody lets you get on stage, somebody lets you perform in their club. So, you know, at 5 years after coming to Atlanta, I was already, you know, full-blown into the music.
Facts, man. And then you had your break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Talk to us about what was your big break in as far as not only just getting into the industry, but before you know it, like I say, I was watching BET and I'm watching Money Bands and I'm watching you on TV and shit like that, bro.
Yeah.
What would you consider your big break into music?
I consider my big break. I feel like I still haven't had my big break yet, honestly. That's something deep, you know what I'm saying? Don't let that go over your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I still ain't had my big break, but if I had to say at the point where I felt like I made it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When I was like, point I felt like when I made it was like, man, I'm opening up for Whitney Houston on 50 city tours, you know what I'm saying? Once I did a tour with Whitney Houston, I knew no rapper could say they toured Whitney Houston. I was like, okay, I did it, dog.
That's what's up. What was it like being on tour with Whitney?
Just crazy.
I bet.
Crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, rest in peace, Whitney, like the best, you know what I mean? So, you know, just being on tour with Whitney, being on tour 112, coming in under Bad Boy, like, you know, I felt like at that time you made it. Because I'm watching Biggie, I'm watching the Locks. Next thing you know, you with Bad Boy, you with, you know what I'm saying?
So that's
that
real.
was dope.
That's real. Because you saw an era that, you know, I totally admire. Like, I admired being able to watch Puff from afar and watch, you know, just kind of watch all that unravel. But you had a chance to see it up close and personal, man.
Yeah, and I wasn't actually signing them, but just being able to roll that close and, you know, feel like you was on Bad Boy and Puff basically just, you know what I'm saying, part of your career. So it was just like coming in that era was just really, 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 really dope, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So as you moved on through the music industry, where do you feel like you either soured on the industry or you felt like you needed to do something separate from a major label or a major situation?
I mean, honestly, I just felt like I never really thought about it. It just kind of happened where I just ended up going independent. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the time, I was too young to know the difference between independent and what being on a label was. You know what I'm saying? But when I finally end up ending my deal with the last label I was with, I think I was with Capitol last, like, then I started people started getting in my ear, and kind of like my lawyers and my, you know, different people that was in my circle was like, maybe we can go independent, like, put our money behind our own stuff. Because at the time, we was, people were still out the trunk with the car. So, you know what I mean? Still out the trunk with the CDs. So, you know, we went and pressed up like 100,000, 200,000 CDs, got rid of them all, and was like, okay, independent is kind of popping. You know what I'm saying?
It's not 80-20, it's 100. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it was more like that, like discovering it by mistake. Like, and then, you know, with the industry switching over, a lot of artists, you know, end up, at first it was like 1 million labels, you know, 50 labels, 100 labels, but then it broke down to just being really like 4 or 5 major labels left. So I felt like everybody, even if you wanted to be on a major label, I feel like you kind of got pushed to be independent, you know, in my situation, because I just felt like, in my situation, I felt like I got pushed to be independent because, you know, the labels was just merging at that time. I was signed to Capitol, EMI bought Capitol. So it was just all that merger. You can get caught in that merger if you're not.
You wake up one day, you on Universal, but now you on Motown, but now
it's
you really
literally
on
like
this.
that. You wake up and it's like, yo, you know, Capitol just got bought by EMI. What that mean for me?
Yeah.
We got to go meet some whole new people and
convince them that I'm a star. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through that whole process again.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, they knew, like, I was a star and they knew I had value. I just think that at that time, when the merger happened, I was going through something with my inner circle. So I feel like since I didn't have that management, it was like, all right, we're going through this merger. Z, we want to work with Zane, but he ain't got no management right now. But these guys over here, they ready. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it kind of be. So I was like, yo.
Yeah.
I gotta get my stuff together, so I started doing the acting stuff for a minute, and then just learning the business of it. Like, all right, they making this much money off of publishing. Okay, they making this much money off of record sales. All right, let me step back, learn the game, and put my money behind my own projects. You know what I mean?
Smart, man. And you did transition into acting. You had a chance. You know, you dipped your feet into that. Speak to us about jumping into that world, especially after leaving the music world. Like, and what was the biggest difference between dealing with the music business and the television business?
The difference between dealing with the music business and the television business, off top, like, you gotta wait for your money in the music industry. Like, you might do a song tonight.
Was it like every quarter?
Man,
you gotta
we
wait?
might do a song tonight and not get paid 2 years. 2 years from
that's
now.
Tough.
You know what
that's
I'm saying? Let's be real.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm
tough.
saying?
Yeah.
But if I'm shooting a movie, it's like, yo, how much is it for? What time you need me there? You're gonna send me what up front? All right, boom. Like, and if you doing 6-month movie or 3-month movie, they doing, like, movies is like 3 weeks to 3 months right now. Like, you get paid every week. Whatever you negotiate. If it's $10,000, if it's $10 a week,
that's a real
you
job.
getting that money every week.
Yeah.
Plus per diem, plus they paying for this. So of course, that's the difference. The first difference between music and film money. I think the film money is just right there. It's direct. You know what I'm saying? I think with music, you got to go through so many heads: the producer, the artist, the label. You know, so I think that's why I kind of like stirred toward doing.
And the crazy
movies.
part is, for what you're doing, especially on the independent side, you're doing it at the right time. I feel like, because even late '90s, early 2000s, we had a lot of independent movie makers. We had a lot of independent label owners. But it's not what you're seeing right now. Like, between the money you can make off streaming, off CDs, off going touring your own, the fact that I can get a camera person like this and make my own movie, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot more opportunity in front of you, and I'm blessed to see you taking advantage of all that stuff.
Yeah,
man.
with the internet, I was telling somebody today, like, now cameras is dope. For $500-600, you could buy a 4K camera and really get out here and shoot your own movies, do your own stuff. So I'm on that, you know, I'm on that.
I remember when trying to get a mini handy cam, you know what I'm saying? And that was like a couple bands. Like,
you can shoot movies on your iPhone right now. You got a 10 or better, you can shoot movies on the iPhone.
Facts,
right
they
now.
did. The
You know
movie
what I'm saying?
Tangerine that was in Sundance, they shot that on the iPhone. Yeah, facts.
So I'm on that, but not. I don't really use the iPhone, but we pull them cameras out. But you got to invest in these cameras, man. Be around a team that got cameras, but like you said, it's so easy access now. Before, it used to feel like you had to know
people and all this other shit.
To get a camera. But now you could go online and just
facts, man. Facts, bro.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like was your better investment, music or movies?
Better investment, music or movies? I'm always say music. I say music because I got into doing movies from music. Yeah. Y'all wouldn't even be talking to me right now if I didn't know if y'all had no song to rap. So
facts.
I think a lot of people can act. I could train. You could sit down and if we go over lines long enough, you can pull it off.
Look, I think I could do a Cameron. Like, Cameron deserved a Golden Globe for what he did in Paid in Full.
Yo, for
all
real.
he did was play himself.
Because you play yourself.
Yeah, all he did was play himself.
Acting is really being yourself.
I could do that.
Acting is really being yourself, but being able to be somebody else at the same time. Like, if you're gonna be somebody, really be that person. So it's just being real to whoever you are at that time.
Yeah.
So, but with rapping, it's hard to just get. I could write a million songs for you, and I could say it on a certain beat, and you might not get it ever.
Yeah.
You could keep trying it 100 times and might not get it. So I think music is more of a feeling, and acting can be learned.
That's word, man. You know, and I just thought about it. Cam did do an amazing role at Paid in Full, but all he did was play himself. You know what I'm saying? He played himself hella well.
Most artists, you gotta what do you call it? Be animated when you do music, and you gotta, express yourself, and you gotta, what you call project your voice. So I think that turns into, okay, maybe I could be an actor too, because it's kind of like the same skills you need to be an actor.
Yeah, but you said and the pay's better and it come quicker. So I dibble in that to my damn self, man.
But I think artists, rappers, and singers and stuff like that are more famous because you could imagine how many movies you watched and me and you watched. Like, I just saw Brightburn like the other day, right? I like that movie Brightburn. That joint is dope. But if the dude that was the main person in Brightburn walked by me right now, I probably wouldn't know who he was. Yeah. So I feel like you can have a big ass movie, but then the star walk right by you might not know who they are. So a lot of movie stars, they want to be rappers, or they want the life of rappers and actors because they feel like it's more fame, because we more in the camera every day. You perform in places, you on the radio.
Everybody want to be a rapper, man.
Yeah, man.
They wake up, everybody want to be a rapper. Man. But I also know you out here doing some good work as far as on the community side right now.
Yeah.
Speak to us about the work you're doing out here with shooters and what's going on as far as from city to city and helping doing the cleanups.
Man, we got. I got with Shooter. My publicist put me with a group of young men that was really just doing something positive, and it's basically just a bunch of different, various entities coming together like for one cause, and that's just to like unify, the hood, unify the streets. And I think the best way to do it that they came up with, and I think was genius, was just like to go in somebody's hood and offer to clean it up. Yeah. Even though you're not from there. I'm from the east side of Atlanta. We going to the west side to clean up. So I think that was big, like going somewhere where people know you're not from and offering to clean up somebody else's home or hood. It kind of gives people first of all, it makes you, any discrepancies there was or differences, it kind of, you drop your, what you call it, your guard down.
Yes.
Your guard is like, if somebody come to your door and they offering you the help or your hood and they offer to clean up your defense goes down a little bit. You're more open to what they got to say.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
And we doing that to be able to start the conversation between the OGs in the hood and between the young guys in the hood that's going through the problems or going through the trouble. That's our way to get in, to be able to bring everybody together to have a conversation about what needs to happen to make the hood better. You know what I mean?
Word. So what time is the West Side cleanup? That's this weekend?
It's gonna be like November 2nd.
Oh, November 2nd. Excuse me,
November 2nd. It was supposed to be this weekend, but it got postponed to November 2nd. But it's I think we starting on the West Side over in Shooter's Hood. Okay. And I'm looking forward to it, man. We got food for the kids. It's gonna be giveaways. It's gonna be a lot of celebrities, a lot of up and coming artists, a lot of TV personalities and TV stars out there helping out. So it's gonna be really dope, but doing it for a dope cause. You know what I mean?
Solid. So after Atlanta, is there plans to go to other places?
Yeah, we planning to go to Cali. I think they even planning to go to what they said, Cali and New York. I think Cali, New York, a couple places like that. So, I'm gonna definitely be along for that too. That's gonna be real dope.
Solid, man.
Yeah.
So looking back on everything that you've done so far, from the music to the movies, have you thought about anything that you could do over? What could it be? Like if there was something you could do over, if there's something you could run back, what would it be?
If I could do it over, man, I would have snatched Beyonce before Jay. Damn, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, I'm just playing. Like, nah, but if I could have did it, I mean, I don't believe in really doing something over. I think could do something over. I don't know, man. I believe things are meant to happen, but if I can't really think right now what I would do over. You know what I'm saying?
It's all good. We smoking now.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I smoke this blunt, I think it's something I could do. Well, you know how you hit the blunt, you be like,
The minute you remember,
I would have never did that verse for that nigga,
exactly,
man. I would've never did that
exactly. That shit. I'd have asked way much more for that movie, man. I could have got a bigger check.
Niggas, fuck you, pay me, man.
I could have got that. I could have got them streaming rights and all that shit, man. So, what's next for you as far as music? I know you got a reunion with 112. You got some other stuff in the play, man.
I'm not just that, man. Like, I mean, I wouldn't call it a reunion. You call it a reunion, but I mean, to the fans, it's probably a reunion. But we be together all the time. Okay, that's my guys. So, it's just for me right now. I'm so engulfed in music, man. Like, I'm engulfed in music right now. I feel like a kid again with music.
Good,
you know what I mean?
man.
I just left Grand Hustle. Like, I'm in the studio every day, writing for myself, but writing for a lot. I started out as a writer, so writing for a lot of artists too. You know what I'm saying? New artists coming up, artists in the game. So where I'm at with music right now, I got a couple records out, singles out on my YouTube, Lil Zane's World. Y'all go like that, subscribe to it, you know what I mean? But a couple records, I got a record I'm pushing right now called In the Clouds, a record I'm pushing right now called Vibes right here. And we in a time right now you could just throw out records, man. You throw out records, man. People get so bored so quick. You just got to put out a record. Because once you hear a record 3 times, 4 times, you're like, all right, what else you got? Right? You don't want to. Let me say, how many times you actually play the same song, even if you love a song? How many like you can love the song you really love?
I agree. That's something we do now, and I think it's because of streaming. But also, I want us to get away from that because I see a cycle of people who would promote a mixtape for 5 weeks, 5 months, or whatever.
We want
put it
to
out.
impeach Donald Trump, but it's not gonna happen, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never gonna change because music's going so fast. People hear a song. You can hear your favorite song. Bruno Mars, people love that song. What's that? 24 karat.
Yeah.
Nigga, after 3 times, you like, what you got? What else you got?
Yeah, I need people to promote shit harder though. Like stick with a record like you used to stick with it before. Like again, like I was saying, somebody will promote a mixtape for 5 months, drop it for a day, and then 2 days later we got part 2 coming. Bro, I just now got through part 1. You know what I'm saying?
Make it like that because
help me learn you as an artist.
Dog, you know how many people be like, you could do this, that, and then nigga be like, so what you got going next?
Yeah.
So you got to keep it going.
Look, you ain't lying, man. Like I
got to keep this shit.
Let me tell you, my podcast is on Spotify right now because I told somebody every platform we was on, they told me, well, I ain't on none of those. I listen to Spotify. Why that person is yet to listen on Spotify? It happens, man. We do that all day to each other.
See?
You have yet to listen to that.
Yeah.
What got you smoking weed?
What got me smoking weed? I was stressed as a kid, man. Stressed out, bro.
But y'all be some stressed out kids, man. I ain't smoked weed till I was 21. I was stressed out. I was a stressed out 21-year-old. But
I was smoking as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Stressed out, man. Living this life, man.
I believe you, man. Matter of fact, you was down here in Atlanta at the same time, man. I just got done watching Hip Hop Evolutions Atlanta. It's Kilo Ali era. Like that's stress.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about, girl. But my first experience with weed was with like my older homegirl. She was like 25. I was like 14, 13 or something like that.
Don't give no names, man, because I do not feel like having this girl.
That's my family right there. What up, Mix? You know what I'm saying? Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Boy,
but she scared me, though. You know what I'm saying? It's my homegirl. She scared me, though. She like, we smoked in the car, and we was on the highway, and she turned the lights off. It was dark. So after I hit the blunt, I was smoking. Next, I'm in the back seat. I'm a kid, dog. She like, you want to see something? She hit the fucking lights. It's dark as fuck in the highway. I'm like, yo, turn the fucking lights off.
What kind of psycho shit?
Yo, dog, listen. When she pulled over, nigga, I got out that car, kicked that motherfucker.
What kind of psycho shit, man? Don't do that to kids.
But that ain't even the worst though. So I went home, and you know that first time you go, you can't hide that shit.
No.
My mama, I walked in past my mama, had my hat down. She was like, boy, come back in here. I was like, what's up, mama? She was like, lift your head up. I lift my head up. My eyes was like, huh? What's up? She was like, nigga, you been smoking what? She looked at my homegirl. She was like, bitch, get your ass out my house. Yo, shout out to my mom. Yo, my Dukes was not having that shit. Every time I tried to sneak and smoke, it's like my mom caught my ass, dog.
That's
funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be rolling the blunt thinking, she be at work, dog. All of a sudden, like, first time I'm gonna roll this blunt in the house. As soon as I roll that motherfucker, about to roll, she walk in. I'm like, what the fuck?
Off early.
It always, then I got to the point where I'm just like, Mom, I'm finna spark this shit. What you want me to do? Want me to go outside?
Let me tell you,
I'm paying all the bills. I still can't smoke in this motherfucker, Mom. I'm gonna smoke today, Mom.
He said, look, I got some kind of rights, my nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Dukes, man.
So, what's next for you?
What's next for me, man?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a mogul, man. It's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. I'm trying to be the #1 writer in Atlanta. My hooks is crazy right now. The pen game is stupid. So I'm trying to be like, you know, whatever the biggest writer is right now on the West Coast or the East Coast, I'm trying to be that for the South right now. You know what I mean? But also at the same time, you know, I feel like the people want some music. You know, I'm giving everybody else records. I've been in the studio just working. You know what I mean? Working on this album. I think I'm putting one of the best albums together that I put together in a long time. I got 2 albums I know right now that I'm finna drop. I've been working on for a minute. The first album I'm about to drop is called Post-Stardom. You know what I'm saying?
I like that title.
It's after the fame. You know what I'm saying? After the bullshit, after everything. It's Post-Stardom. You know what I'm saying? The shit goes stupid. It's about 14, 15 tracks. And like I come from an era where it was like producer and artist relationships. It was Swiss Beats and DMX.
Yeah.
It was you know, Dre and Snoop. It was Timbaland and Missy. You know what I'm saying? Biggie and Puff. You know, so I took it back to that. I went and got 3 producers that I work with, and I just say, you know what, we finna do a whole album, and it's gonna be us. You know what I'm saying? And this album, I'm taking pictures with the producers. You're gonna be able to, when you see me, you're gonna see the producers. Like it's gonna be like when you see Snoop, you used to see Dre. Snoop and Dre was on that cover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do some stuff like that, and that's called Post-Stardom. And the tracks is crazy on it, you know what I mean? But then I'm gonna tell people right now, it's on a whole different vibe. Like I go with the times, you know what I'm saying? You gotta give people what they want. Sometimes I stop doing music for months at a time just to listen to what the radio's playing, or go to the club and just sit by the DJ and see what the BPMs is and what's going on, what he playing, so I can go home and make something that he gonna wanna spin with that. You know what I mean? So
that's science right there.
You know what I mean?
So check the BPM.
You know what I'm saying? I stopped rapping and doing music for like 6 months and just be a fan of it because I'm a fan first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So right now I'm making what's popping right now, what's relevant, but putting my twist on it. It's always gonna be different because it's my twist on it. But when you hear it, it's like I think you're gonna be impressed by the growth and just like, damn, like he came out here, but when you hear his music, it sound like niggas that be doing it now. But then I know you still got them hardcore fans that want Lil Zane. So I decided to drop Young World The Future Part 2 next year on August 22nd. That's the 20th anniversary of my first album. So now I'm in the studio. We got a whole year, y'all. We got a whole year. I'm promoting right now. You're going to see me doing in-studio videos. You're going to see me dropping freestyles. You're going to see a lot of stage footage, you know what I'm saying? Just building you up this whole year for that anniversary album to drop. And I'm going back, getting 112, grabbing Jagged Edge, grabbing a few of the producers I worked with on the first album, remixing some songs, putting new artists that you hear now on them. You know what I'm saying? You might hear Trey songs on there. You might hear Jacquees on a remix to Calling Me or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You might hear The Weeknd on something.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to go crazy with it. But so that's what I'm doing. I'm giving them post-stardom right now, and that's going to be like, okay, he with the times. He know what's going on. But then I got to bring him back. YWTF 2, you know what I'm saying? Young World The Future 2. It's going to be crazy.
Word. My J, appreciate you coming through tonight.
Appreciate it.
And that's Cash Color Campus, high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv. We out.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do these pictures, get these drops, and then we're going to